Well, welcome. This is Rocky Romero with Peers on Demand, and it's just my pleasure today to introduce to you to Marlene Cameron from Marlene Cameron Coaching, a speaker, an author, an energy psychologist. Marlene, welcome.
Thank you.
Share a little bit about yourself and your business. Marlene?
Sure. So I'm trained as a coach and became interested in the field of energy psychology. So that's my practice really incorporates both of those modalities, if you will. But the type of people I work with in my practice are individuals who are accomplished, high achievers, but they don't always see themselves that way. And it affects especially professional women. There's a term for it that's called Impostor Syndrome. And women are much more susceptible to feeling like fakes, if you will, in spite of their obvious talents and capabilities. So they might find themselves struggling to put themselves out there and clearly define their area of expertise and really charge what they're worth. They can get stuck in procrastination and perfectionism and just don't have the confidence to really put themselves out there in an authentic way. And I'm familiar with this condition because I experienced it myself. I have lots of education and credentials. I've had successful businesses. But I always felt that I wasn't sure if I measured up or if I really belonged. And so having worked with somebody myself and kind of unraveled all of the ideas I had about myself, I developed a program to help other people, women especially, to come to know themselves, like who they really are, what they're really capability of, so they can go out and be heard, be seen, and be referred, as I call it. And the thing is about this condition is that you would never know it by observing somebody. They tend to be show themselves as very capable, very accomplished, very confident, but they don't feel that way on the inside. So it sets them up to have a lot of anxiety and kind of secretly suffer on the inside.
I'm wondering, with all the experience that you have, Marlene, if you might be able to share a story of somebody that's received tremendous value by working with you. What would that be?
Yeah, so I had a woman come to me. She had a very successful career in sales and was starting her own training company. And something that happened to her in her former job that she was really upsetting, and it had really undermined her confidence, and she just hadn't been able to kind of get past it. And it was weighing on her mind, and so she didn't have the confidence to kind of put herself back out there. So we worked with her for a while and kind of I would say kind of put to rest this experience that she had, and so she could really start to focus on what she wanted to accomplish in her own business, and that included kind of narrowing her niche, creating a proprietary program that she could go out and sell, and allow her to approach prospective clients with a lot more confidence, a lot more ease. And so it was quite remarkable, the transformation. She's you'd never know it now. She's out there, she's speaking everywhere, she's very active on social media. Like, you would never know that she had so much fear and self-doubt. So it's wonderful to see somebody able to kind of break out of that fearful condition.
Absolutely wonderful to see somebody break out, like you said, and also be a catalyst for that to happen. So you mentioned different people that would be ideal clients, connections, potential, at least people that you'd like to get involved with. Can you share a little bit more about who that would be?
Yeah, I work with, as I say, professional women. So often they're advisors, consultants, professional services providers, and also with some small business owners. And I guess the catalyst for coming to work with me is either their business is starting to grow or evolve sort of past their comfort zone, and some of their their self-doubts coming up, and their own kind of imposter feelings. It's like, who am I, to have a successful business? And often the people I work with, because I work with this emotional freedom technique, it's very helpful for people being able to kind of leave the past in the past. Sometimes people have unresolved experiences, or they've got some difficult relationships that just need to be cleared up and put to bed, so to speak, so they can focus all their energy and their minds on what they want to accomplish in their business. And I work with the whole person, mental, emotional, spiritual, if you will, because as you know, if we're not at our best, we really can't have a great business. So it's kind of that the idea of helping somebody become truly connected with their gifts, their talents, the vision they have for themselves and their businesses, so they can put everything into that without having the things that sort of pull them away from that.
Marlene, you're the author of 7 Keys to Unshakable Confidence. So if somebody wanted to reach out and connect with you, what's the best way to reach you, or what would that look like?
The simplest way is really to send me an email. It's marlene@marlenecameron.com.
Marlene, I want to thank you and recognize for the value that you bring for a lot of people in the world and businesses. And as people show up, we benefit either as clients or citizens. So thank you so much, Marlene. Appreciate it.
Yeah, you're very welcome.